Hello, 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 hello. Wherever you happen to be located on this tantalizing planet called Earth, I hope you are having a thoughtful day, evening, or night, wherever you are located on our wondrous world. Today on my channel, I'm going to be talking about Galactus from Marvel Comics and the Borg from STNG. Now, out of the two, Galactus is the oldest because he was made in the 60s at least. So he's about 50 years old, maybe 60. The Borg made their first appearance on television, Star Trek: The Next Generation, with the omnipotent godlike creature called the Cube, introducing the protagonist into the Star Trek universe. But I was thinking, now I'm a bona fide comic book collector. I don't collect it anymore. When I was like in my teens, my 20s, and my 30s, even in my 40s, I used to collect comic books, primarily Marvel and DC. A few days ago, I was thinking about Galactus and the Borg. I said, hey, look, it's a close relationship between Galactus and the Borg. I was thinking, did the writers from STNG borrow the Galactus saga, the Galactus individual from Marvel Comics? Now, here's one difference. The Borg is a collective made of at least billions of individual creatures, all joined together to make a one collective hive-like mind. And that hive-like mind gives them fantastic intelligence. They don't have no special powers, even though it's billions of them. They don't have no telepathy. They can't read your mind. They can't warp space. They can't shoot fire from their hand. So the Borg, for all their technology, they still basically a regular humanoid creature. They just have artificial enchantments. So this is how Galactus is different from the Borg. He's just one individual. But both Galactus and the Borg, they will outstanding levels of powers. Both of them, Galactus and the Borg, can do incredible, quote, Jesus Christ-like activities. The Borg and Galactus can heal people. They both have incredible regenerative powers. They both, like Jesus, can walk on water. Galactus, using his so-called power cosmic, the Borg can walk on water using their technology. They both can control the weather like Jesus did. Galactus got his power cosmic, as I said before, to control the weather, and the Borg had their collective mind with all their advanced technology to control the weather. But now here's one difference between them. I'm gonna give a couple other differences. If you've been reading comic books, since comic books are fanciful, whimsical things, they make Galactus look purple. In real life, wearing a purple outfit is not too appealing. Well, African Americans, since we got that dark skin, and we can wear purple on and it still look fantastic on us. But Galactus, he's dressed in purple, but like the Borg. See, here's the difference. Here's where they're similar. Galactus, his whole body is encased in that metallic armor. That's the similarities. The Borg whole body is encased in that black metallic armor. So that's a difference. Galactus, purple, but he's still mechanical, got that mechanical stuff on him. The Borg has that mechanical wardrobe on, and they black. They black. They black. The Borg need their artificial enchantments to survive. Galactus need his armor to contain his vast cosmic force. So basically, Their armor keeps him alive, or alive as much as possible for a godlike figure with incredible powers. Now, what other similarities is there between Galactus and the Borg? Here's the difference too. They both are like cosmic forces of nature. In one episode of Voyager, it was an alien. He was mad because Captain Janeway introduced or helped defeat, I think it was called species 8142, the species that was impervious to the Borg, that was killing the Borg. The Voyager crew, with the Doctor's help, they made like nano probes that can affect species 8142 and basically render them impervious. The alien from another world was angry with Janeway for helping the Borg to subdue species 81472. So, Galactus and the Borg, they like forces of nature. They don't want to hurt people, but they do regardless. They hurt you regardless, but they are a force of nature in that specific universe. Galactus, he finds different planets. The Borg find different planets, but here's a slight difference. Galactus, he deliberately only want planets to consume. That's all. The Borg, whether you're in a spaceship or you're on your planet, they will consume you no matter what. And I've seen that. You have seen that. A Borg will consume a ship that accidentally fly near the cube. So that's a difference. Galactus, if a ship happens to detect him or flying by, he won't zap it and consume it. That's a difference. Galactus, to sustain him, he consumes the biometric energy from the planet itself. He can care less about the organisms on there, but it's a but with that. He need a life-giving planet. So if he's going to a life-giving planet, those planets are always inhabitable with living organisms. He destroyed the world and he displaced the organisms. Many organ people in these many face-bearing races, when Galactus come, they know they can't stop, so they get in their ship and run. The same thing is with the Borg. When the Borg comes to a habitable world, a space-faring society, the people know they try to shoot missiles and their lasers and their photons. They shoot the photons, the lasers, the particle beams at Galactus. They do that to him too. And they shoot those same particle beams, dispersion rays, disintegration beams at the Borg too. So they try to defend their planets from both Galactus and the Borg to no avail. When Galactus and the Borg subdue that planet, people, they try to get in their ships. The one who can survive, they try to get in their ships and run for their life. But here's one difference. See, Galactus, if people get in their ships and run, he do not try to pursue you. That's the difference. If a spacefaring race leaves the planet, Galactus will let them leave. He may even give a warning. I think sometimes he give a warning when he's coming. He just don't zap the planet. But not with the Borg. The Borg wants to consume everything. Or I shouldn't say everything, because they don't consume the animals, the birds, the raccoons. They leave them alone. They're interested in consuming higher life forms, humanoid life forms. So the Borg, unlike Galactus, they will try to stop you from leaving that planet. When they come, like Galactus, when he comes, it's just him. It's just Galactus. when a Borg come to a world, they may send about 5 or more cubes. 1 cube or 2 cubes may beam Borgs down to the planet and convert the high life form to Borgs. The other 3 Borg ships, they there to stop the other ships from leaving the planet. That's the difference between Galactus and Borg. But still, I believe the Borg was copied from Galactus. But to prevent Marvel from trying to sue them, they cannot copy an exact duplicate of Galactus. And here's another thing. See, and I pointed to this. See, Galactus, he's one individual. One. But he's very powerful. He's powerful and has a cosmic level intelligence. So the Borg, they're collective. They're smart. They got different species, but they still may have a limitation to them because they only come from humanoid creatures. Galactus, his intellect is vast. Here's another difference between a Borg and Galactus. See, Galactus is so powerful, he can subdue humanoid life and he can subdue energy-based life. Whenever we see an episode with the Borg, they only dealing with physical entities. And we all know in the Star Trek universe, there are many individuals who are made of energy, who got godlike powers. I can give an example. In the Voyager universe, Kes. If y'all know who Kes is, in her last episode, when 7 and 9 was introduced, the last episode that she was there, she was so powerful that she was able to push Voyager 10 extra light years to help them get to Earth. Instead of traveling 70 light years, she pushed them 10 light years. The ship, she pushed the whole ship 10 light years, so they would just have to travel 60 light years or whatever to get to Earth. So she was an omega level threat. Her powers exceeded humanoid abilities, and the Borg, they only can subdue humanoids. With a creature like Kes, I never saw Borg go up against those type of individuals. So the Borg, they definitely have a limitation. They only can deal with humanoids like Klingon, Earthlings, Romulans, Ferengi. They just individually, they're just weak creatures. But the Borg, I never see. They don't deal with those universal like threats, or those universal entities that may just leave the Borg alone because they know the Borg just may be a force of nature. So that's one weakness with the Borg. Galactus, he's able to disable any entity, whether you physical, you pure thought, or you pure energy. He can deal with that. The Borg cannot deal with creatures of pure thought, who can manipulate energy, who can manipulate matter. I don't think the Borg can stop those type of individuals. But that's my little take on some of the similarities and differences between the cosmic level entity called Galactus and in the STN universe, the cosmic level entity called Borg. They have many similarities and have many differences. If you enjoyed my unique point of view of Galactus from Marvel Comics and the Borg from Star Trek universe, give me a thumbs up. If you notice something unique about the Borg and some comic book character or movie character, let me know in the comment section. If you would like to subscribe for future insights I may have into comic books, please subscribe. Until the next time, listener, peace.